Hi, I am going to show you a full makeup tutorial. My name's Annie. I am an esthetician and a makeup artist. I have been doing this for over 15 years. And for 3 years now, I have been using this whole cream makeup system that truly blew me away. It changed my opinion of cream makeup, and maybe that's because I hit my mid-30s and I didn't know what I was using that was wrong. I obviously am a makeup artist and I was using all the things, didn't know what I was doing that was wrong. So I'm going to walk you through how to use this. If you have it, if you want to try it, if you need more information, let's get started. I already primed and prepped my face with my skincare. What you want to stay away from is silicones, and those are labeled as dimethicone in your skincare. So that can be found in serums and that can be found in moisturizer and especially in sunscreens. I swear by a mineral sunscreen. This is my favorite one from Hero Cosmetics. It blends really beautiful. It doesn't leave a white cast. It actually tones a little bit of a redness down, and everybody has some redness in their skin because we have blood pumping under our skin. So everybody has a little bit of redness. This helps to tone it down, but it also leaves behind a really silky feel. And it is a mineral sunscreen. Next thing I do is in the winter months, I go ahead and I use an eye balm. This is separate from my eye cream. I already used an eye cream, and I do typically get ready in the morning, maybe a couple hours before I do my makeup. That just goes whether you're gonna do that or you're gonna go right into your makeup. I really like to use this one. This is from Tula. It's infused with rose oil and caffeine, and it's really, really nice to kind of prep and smooth the under eye. It's not gonna have your makeup move around. It's gonna give a really nice brightening effect. As we age and as we kind of get into the winter months, anything around here, this is such sensitive skin. If it looks really dry or your makeup looks cakey, I bet you it's just that you need to prep and prime your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this in. It does have a cooling sensation, but I will tell you, I have the most sensitive under eyes I've ever seen, and this does not bother my under eyes. I love it. It preps and primes my skin, and now I'm ready for makeup. So let's get started. This is my Seint cream makeup. So this is what my compact looks like. These are all my foundations, my bronzer, my contour, everything like that. These are gonna make up my 3D foundation, which is just applying different colors to different places of your face so you can have the least amount of layers possible. These are all my blushes. The other things you can add to your compact are eyeshadows, blushes, anything like that. I made myself a little mini compact because I was really feeling all the colors lately. So that's the cool thing about this, is they are all creams and waxes, so you can just melt them down. I'm going to use a couple of my most favorite brushes today, although I love all of them for different reasons. These are the ones I mostly gravitate towards, and the first one I'm going to start with is this contour detail brush. I like it because of the small end on one side and the flat end on the other. It works perfectly for contouring and brightening your face, and then we'll go back in and blend it with one of our other brushes. So I'm going to start out with this flat side here, and I'm going to dip into this contour. This one I use right now is called Stone. It's a really light color, and it's just gonna go right in that cheekbone right there. It's not necessarily under it. You actually want to go right to where the top of the ear is and bring it in. You can do this on a smaller stroke. I like to really carve out the hollow of my cheek, so that's why I'm going to bring it into here. But you can do it. You just don't want to bring it down in here. So then I'm going to go into my forehead. This just really helps to enhance and give a better shape to the forehead. This isn't something that's necessary for everybody. However, if you just want to have that full contoured look, I would definitely connect it up here. Whatever's left on my brush, I tend to go down into my chin. I don't do a heavy contour down on my chin, but it does help to kind of just smooth everything out and look a little more put together. I'm going to take the side of my brush and I'm going to go right down my nose here. You kind of want to go on top, and you see how that gives just like a slim effect. And again, whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to take it right under here. Okay, so that's your contour. I'm going to flip it to the side, and I'm going to go in with my brightest color. So I'm going to dip that right into this one here. And I'm going to do that right here on the outside of my eyes, right on the tip of my nose, not the whole bridge of my nose, just the tip of my nose, in between my eyebrows. and right on the ball of my chin. So just like that. So brightener here, contour here. These are the two main areas. So you want to kind of bring light to where the brightener is, deepen your shadows with the contour. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick up this brush. This is also a very popular brush. This is the 3D brush. You can really do your whole face with this if you want to. This is my favorite blending brush. It's going to give a medium coverage. It's just perfect for that. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to marry these two together. Basically the areas that I don't have the bronzer or I don't have the contour, and the areas that I don't have the brightener, I'm going to go in and I am going to put this, and I'm going to do it in a stippling motion. I'm going to do that right underneath in the center of my eyes. I want to keep that brightness that I put in the inner and outer. And then in the inside there, that's just going to be a little bit of camouflaging. Now, everybody's skin is different. So depending on your skin type, if you have darker under eyes, if you have hyperpigmentation, I might suggest different colors in different places. This is the most basic, and I would say everybody can kind of get away with this. And if you're going back and you're realizing, okay, that's not covering as much, or this isn't helping as much, that's when we can kind of get into adding a little bit more. The reason I have multiple colors in my compact is these colors here are a little darker. So again, our skin is living, breathing, changes every day. So what you want to do is you want to have colors that are going to help any of those issues. So if I have a little bit of extra redness, I'm going to head more towards this green color. Today I just have really basic, nothing going on. So I'm going to stay in this color, and then this is going to be my brightener. The other thing is too, you can mix and match. So you can mix them if you're in between colors, losing your tan, getting a tan, whatever the case may be. So then I'm going to take this, I'm going to spray with a little bit of setting spray. Just a little bit on the brush, nothing too crazy. I don't like to get too nuts with it. And then I am gonna go and I am just gonna blend it all together, and I'm gonna do that by a stippling motion. I'm gonna start with my light colors first, and then I'm gonna go into the dark. And that's how people always ask, how do you not get it to look muddy, and how do you get the colors to stay where they are? Also, how do you get the coverage? Sometimes I don't get the coverage that I want. Bounce your brush. Bounce your brush. It's a stippling motion. Really, I don't use many swiping motions. Swiping is really going to just put the product into your brush, and you're going to waste product that way, no matter what you're using. I'm taking this contour and I'm always blending up. I'm always going to kind of carry that up into my cheekbone and really leave that chiseled line there. I know at first it can look like you have a stripe on your cheek, but I promise you, it's only because you know it's there. It actually is enhancing that cheekbone and giving a more lifted appearance. I'm gonna switch to this pointy end here, and I love that for getting into this crevice. Again, I am just going to be patting using the side of my brush. I'm going to take that down around my nose. That's another area. Patting is really important around your nose because makeup can tend to slide off and not adhere to the nose. So you just want to make sure you're always patting, especially around the nose. And that's why I love this pointy side of this brush. So you're just going to go through. I tend to do it right in the middle of my eyebrows here. And then I'm going to go down and I'm just going to feather that contour that I put down there ever so lightly. This is one layer. This is just one layer of makeup. So that is what 3D foundation is. It's putting colors that are light, dark, medium, specific areas of your face so that they give you a fully contoured look without multiple layers. Of traditional makeup, this would already be 3 layers of makeup. So let's add some blush and some bronzer. Okay, this is the blush and bronzer brush, rightfully so. This fluffy side is bronzer. This smaller side it's nice and fluffy. It's gonna help to kind of soften, smooth anything. It's really gonna apply bronzer really nice. And then this side here is gonna perfectly apply your blush. So I'm gonna go in with my Bella Cream bronzer. It is my absolute favorite bronzer ever. If you have never tried a cream bronzer, I highly suggest it. I want to put bronzer everywhere that the sun would naturally hit. You want to take it right on your forehead, right in that area where your contour and your highlight color mixed. And then you want to tap it on your cheekbones, the height of your cheekbones. So above your contour, all right in here. And then I will take whatever is left on my brush and I will dust it right down my neck. It makes everything look good together. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put on my lip and cheek. These are all cream colors. Some are shimmers, some are matte, some are gloss, and they all have different hues to them. And it really just depends on what you're looking for when you're starting out with cream makeup. I always suggest starting out with a satin color. So I am gonna go ahead and go in and I am just gonna use nude today. I think it is such a beautiful color this time of year. And I'm gonna pat that right on my cheeks. This is really customized to your face of where you're gonna apply your blush. I do a little bit right here on the apple of my cheek and bring it up because I wanna increase the fullness in my cheek and lift. If you are someone who has a long, skinny face, you're gonna wanna put it in the apple of your cheek to give you some more balance and fullness. If you are someone who is trying to slim down your face and to lift it to the heavens, you wanna start on the outer corner, outer part of your eye and bring it up. I wanna bring it just like this, and you wanna stay away from the apple of your cheek no matter what. I like to leave a little bit of space between the nose, leaving this brightness here. No matter what, it's gonna give a lifting effect. So I like to do that. And the great part about this is you can put it on your lips. So I'm gonna put this nude on here. It's gonna be a little dry looking, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a gloss over top of it. Typically in the summer, that's not the case, but in the winter, sometimes that can happen. Put a glossy color right over it. There you go. That is everything in one compact. Now you can add eyeshadows, you can add illuminators, you can add all the things that you want. Everything can be right in your compact. I'm gonna show you how I set it. So everybody needs to set their makeup. Everybody's gonna like something a little bit different. So this is the powder brush, and you can see it's kind of curved on this end and flat on this end. Love it because this flat end is perfect for setting all in your lines and creases right down in here. I set anywhere that my makeup tends to not stay, where I am going to get oily or I am going to crease. So I like to take this flat side. It also just blurs your skin, but using the right setting powder that's not too powdery is the key. And this side is perfect. It goes right under your eyes. There you go. That is my foolproof, what I do every day. There are definitely things that I do and suggest to different people with different types of skin. I don't need to spray this over top because I already fused my makeup by spraying it on my brush to kind of blend and mix. But by all means, if you have a day where you're really needing it to stay, or maybe your skin is a little more on the oily side and you need that extra staying power, go ahead and spray your setting spray. This is honestly my absolute favorite. This is e.l.f. It's only $10. I use it a ton. I use either this one or the Milani Make It Last, both in my makeup kit professionally. I love them, and I honestly have paid way more, and I don't think there's that much of a difference. So these are some great ones. This one's a little more hydrating than the Milani Make It Last, so just depends on your skin type. And that's how it looks. It looks nice and glowy because I left all of my blush and my bronzer untouched, and I mattified everything else so it looks nice and smooth and satiny, and then it's really gonna stay and it doesn't look powdery. So this is how I use my cream makeup. This is my step-by-step guide of how I do it. There's so many things you can add. You can add illuminator to give you a little bit more glow up in your cheeks. You can add different kinds of eyeshadows. You can also add different kinds of blushes, mixing and matching. My favorite thing to do with the blushes. So there's just so many things that you can do. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I will be more than happy to help you kind of guide you through your makeup journey and how it works and how it's going to be best for you. If you've never tried Seint makeup, I encourage you to do so. If you look up cream makeup on the market, there's not a lot, maybe a few, but none that have the movability, the blendability, and the wearing power of this. It is a satin cream finish. So you're not gonna get a matte finish, but clearly with a powder, you can achieve that matte look. And it's really great for all skin types. I think there are very, very few products on the market that are good for all skin types, but this one really, really is. I suffered from really bad hormonal adult acne years before I tried this, and I can honestly say I think the biggest thing that made a difference was the lack of fragrance. This makeup is completely fragrance free, and that's my favorite part about it. I'm very sensitive to fragrance. Even the lightest of fragrance will really bother me on my face and give me either dryness, irritation, breakouts, or just a headache throughout the day. So this has no fragrance to it, and it really makes a difference. Fragrance can be very drying to the skin. Very high quality ingredients, made in the USA, no chemicals that will be harmful to the skin. They are actually skin healing chemicals. So I have really attributed that to why my skin has gotten so much better. It is light, it's breathable, it's movable, all the things. So if you need help with your makeup, if you need help with your skincare, just reach out to me and let me know. I would love to help you, and I hope this helps you navigate your makeup and navigate what you're looking to do. And if you would like a color match, I'd be more than happy to be your artist. Just simply reach out to me on annieflaherty.com and I will get you all started. What you do is simply click color match me and we can get started. Have a wonderful day.